Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to the Korean StarCraft League Grand Finals number 41. Today we have in the top right, playing under a barcode, it is herO, playing for Team DKZ. While on the other side of the map, playing for Team DKZ as well, it is of course Dark over here. These guys have played each other many times in finals of the Korean StarCraft League before. And this week apparently is goated, which means it is the greatest of all time. Which, well, I can't wait. I can't wait to witness this. So we're in a big channel with all the casters, all the cool guys. And we get the replays of the Korean StarCraft League every single week, the cast on our respective channels. And when they post them, there's always one or two lines. And it will say, hey, we recommend this particular match, or we recommend none of the matches. Sometimes they say there weren't any very special matches, but we think the overall level was quite good. And then I know that week is, you know, I'm going to skip it. But this week, both of the organizers of the KSL said that the finals were goated. It was the greatest finals they've seen in a long time. So I'm very excited for it. herO versus Dark. Now, usually both of these players, well, they try to make something happen. Okay? I'd be very surprised if we see 5 macro games that go to the 1 hour and 20 minute mark, right? That is not really the typical Dark style. That's not really the typical herO style. As Dark here is opening up with a fast second gas, he's not mining from it, and a really quick Roach Warren as well. Now, the reason why this happened is because I believe that herO faked going for a fast warp gate. So I believe Dark has been tricked successfully here. I think that is really just what happened. Flowing a crap ton of larva, does have the money available with his supply block, which is pretty sad for him, obviously. I'm not sure why I'm laughing at that. I should cry just witnessing this type of supply block. Freaking 6 larva floating there. That's painful. And he also, yeah, has that second gas. Now he's going for a fast third gas. It wouldn't surprise me if, after being tricked like they tricked into building a little Roach Warren, tricked into building a second gas, Dark decides to just go for an actual all-in here. Now, these 4 adepts are shading in, are going to get a couple of kills. Target fire is just on individual drones, I think. Oh, there we go. Takes out 7. That was real cute, actually. 7 drones is quite a bit. That was really smart, eh? I thought the adepts had disappeared, to be honest. I was like, oh, that was it with the pressure, but the adepts were just still on the bottom. Didn't get any extra kills, though. As double forge is now going down. Okay. No Overlord speed yet coming up. 2 more gases. Now, these are very fast gases, may I say. Yeah, it's going to be a Nidus network. There we go. Cheeky little Nidus worm here against a 2 forge plus Twilight Council plus Robotics Facility. Now, those are a lot of structures, and out of those 4 structures that are being added in right now, only one of them is going to be useful, and that will be the Robotics Facility, as it can build Immortals. However, the other 3 are completely useless. Not just the building is going to be a waste, but building anything out of it is going to be a waste as well. So I believe that the Nidus network has now been spotted. Yes, that's indeed the case. Cannon should be going down here at the 3rd base. Batteries and cannon should be going down in the natural. Although herO seems to go for the Ignorance is Bliss approach. Starts up 3 upgrades at the same time. Adds in 2 more gases. He scouted it. Maybe he thought it was an Evo chamber. Oh no. Okay, now the Nidus, he hears it. This is annoying. He also walks out of the wall. He's like, ah, you're Nidusing me? Let me just walk my unit out of the wall. And this is a terrible situation. New battery does get, does get this game absolutely over. This game is absolutely over right now. There are 48 links. So little roaches, only 3 roaches and 2 ravagers, despite this being on 5 gas. This is not a very tight build order, as we're floating 400 gas on the side of Dark, which is quite rare if you're all-inning. Yeah, he's adding in more roaches. Another Nidus network as well is being built here. There are 4 oracles out. herO should never be capable of holding this, like not in a million years. He went for double forge and blink. Didn't have any static defense ready except for a battery per base. So far, though, he's doing a pretty decent job. It's not holding per se, but he's not dead yet either. There are 2 Immortals now in the natural. Now, the roach count isn't very high. Actually, the roach count is practically non-existent, so it's not like Immortals have some type of bonus damage here. against the Lynx or the Ravagers or the Queens, but still, this looks okay-ish, honestly. Yes, hero's losing a lot of workers, 15 workers, but his oracles are all still alive. He has 4 of them. His 1-1 is about to finish up. His blink is about to finish as well. Like, really, if hero just survives and keeps the 3rd base alive, I think he's fine. We see Dark continuing to build more and more units. I think his 3rd base might just end up dying, though, and that could be an issue. That could be an issue. That is an issue. 1-1 has finished up now, though. Or, yeah, practically has finished up. There are 3 Immortals out. Oracles make their way across the map, and... Oh, they're camping the Queens? Is that what they're doing? But then the Queens just don't come out, no? Queens don't have to come out. Oh, no, he's gonna go for a couple of drone kills. And if he kills 10, 12 drones here... Instead, he's going for a Spore now, which is definitely a mistake. And he's just gonna kill a lot of workers, and that makes this push an actual all-in. Dark decides to not go home with the Queens to defend this, and instead continues building more and more units. He says, hey, I've lost too many workers at this point. I don't feel comfortable even being up a base. But hero here with the defense, can he use a super battery? No, it's not available right now. The blink forward was okay. 1 Immortal still left shooting. These units have the 1-1 upgrades. There is blink to help them stay alive as well. So the Oracle count is only at 2. Dark continues to attack here. This is insane. You think that Dark would want to transition out now maybe, but no, he still is going to continue attacking into this. Takes out that Immortal. Gateway count is only at 5. Charge is about to finish up, and getting a couple of Zealots against the Lynx would probably be nice. It probably would be. These Oracles, I would love for these Oracles to just kill like 5, 6, 7 more workers or so over here at the 3rd base. I think that would be freaking huge. Now, of course, it does take a little bit of attention away, and now we're finally getting a couple of drones being built. Now we see 3 drones in production. There we go. I feel like this should have been done ages ago, really ages ago, because there's no 3rd base here for hero. Hero is just all in, right? Why would you all in into someone that is all in? I don't know, but Dark did it. Lost 3 more workers, 44 to 36. Dark is actually being outmined right now, despite being up a base. 9 drones in production. We have an Evo chamber coming up. We have the Grooved Spines upgrade, which is the +1 attack range upgrade for the Hydralisk. I'm just a little bit confused here, guys. I'm just a little bit confused. I can't help it. Can't help but be a little bit confused here. 3 Hydras in production. And now it's a very difficult balance for Dark to continue droning while also still being safe, because there are just a lot of Stalkers out. Like, what's that? 16 Stalkers. I mean, I understand why he's building units. I'm not sure if I agree with the call of building pure Hydra at this point, but I mean, I kind of do maybe. Good damage output. You have some Roaches and Lynx, the tank in front of it. A lot of sentries in this army as well. It's going to be 45. This is basically a 2-base all-in versus a 2-base all-in. Both players do have a 3rd base, but it is 2-base saturation. Dark is outmining his opponent due to actually being capable of saturating a base. I guess there's some serious oversaturation or, yeah, long-distance mining going on here for hero. Here comes a big blink forward, though. That's an interesting move. Not a very good one. Probably still is going to be fine due to the superior upgrades. Dark comes in with a bit of a flank. Doesn't even have Roach speed or Hydra speed here. This was the world's most dangerous flank. I could make a TV show about it on Discovery Channel. Yeah. And we are working with a ramp. Like, I'll grant Dark that he has a ramp. That's it, and that's really it. That's the only advantage right now that Dark has, is the fact that this is a map. And there's a ramp going up to his 3rd. That's it. Yeah, big blink forward here for hero. Says, screw you and your ramp. Blinking into your units. You know, he's starting to lose quite a few Stalkers, though. Starting to lose quite a few Stalkers. Drones being pulled off the line. Now, of course, as long as hero doesn't pull an Hydra here and leaves, he's just going to be fine, because he's up 12 workers as well at this point. The only way that Dark wins is if hero believes he's dead. And I don't think hero believes he's dead. I don't even believe that hero is going to lose this fight. No, blinks in forward once more. Is going to take out these final Hydras. What an absolutely ridiculous game, really. haven't seen something quite like this in a long time. I'm not actually sure if I've ever seen something quite like this. A never-ending Nidus Worm attack into a 1-1 Stalker all-in of practically 2 bases. Yes, there are 3 bases, but it's 2 really. We know it. Dark knows it. herO knows it. We all know it. Force being moved in a little bit forward here. Dark probably believes he's fighting against a 2-base herO still. Yeah, he doesn't know there's a base here. Otherwise, he would have left a while ago. Trust me on that. GG gets called as herO wins game number 1. And in the second game on Alcyone, we have herO opening up with a a probe that is blocking a base that isn't being taken. Now, this feels so great if you're a Protoss player. All right, this just feels phenomenal. Here you are putting in all your early game minerals, all your effort into blocking a gold base. Dark didn't even try. He just went straight to his natural. Like, you know, I like my natural. It's close by. You know, the commute isn't so long for the drones. It feels like a natural. This gold doesn't feel like a natural, you know? That's important as well. If you're going into your job, that it feels like the correct place, the place you should be. Now, if you're going into your job and you need to commute for what is this? Like freaking 15 seconds every single day as a drone? I'm not so sure if I'd be doing it. Yes, the pay is better, for sure. But, I mean, who really is getting that pay? You're the one mining the gold? Does it go into your own pocket? Do you get to support your family? No, it goes to this thing called the overmind. God, ridiculous. I wouldn't do it either if I were a drone. I was ordered into that gold, I'd say, nope. I will let the blue minerals in the natural. Close to home, close to my family. If I need a babysitter at some point, I mean, I could just call my parents or I could call the queen from the main base. We've been, you know, we've known each other for a long time. I like the overlords. They say close by. My God, I'd know it as well. What the hell is this? You think he's gonna take the gold of his opponent? That actually would not be a bad move. Okay, listen to this. I'm hitting you here with the hypothetical. You proxy at Stargate, okay, and then eventually you full wall this area. You play Tempest and then take this as your third, and then just mass batteries. What? That sounds freaky, no? Can I get a hell yeah on that sounding freaky? Because that sounds freaky. I bet that's what he's gonna do. That's... Oh my God. If he's not gonna do that, that's what I'm gonna do. How would Zerg hold that? I guess they queen walk this base. But you have batteries there preemptively. And you have Tempest. Tempests are really good against queen walks. You can build cannons. You have a full wall at home. So... to me, mentally, right now, when I'm thinking about this, I think this is a free win. This is this little plan that I just conjured up. Man, what a build I just came up with. Creativity knows no holidays. It's always spitting, that little brain of mine. With mediocre build orders that I can take a single map with. That's the most important thing. In a best of 5, really, you just need to take 3 single maps. Okay, so here's the proxy Stargate. Yeah, got a couple of kills. Not so great though, isn't it? 5 kills for an Oracle. I give this about 3 stars. It's not a very high rating, is it? It's actually a fairly low rating, 3 stars. Actually, it's too high, so too high for what this did. Almost loses the starport, or the Stargate, not quite. Things are just running around looking for stuff. Not quite gonna find it. Here comes the Oracle. It's gonna pop on in over here. Will it get anything done? The answer is, of course, no. I think we can call this a failure, my dear friends. I think we can definitely call this... He should have done what I said. Freaking Tempest from here, man. What are they gonna do? I guess if they don't expand towards this base, it's not so great. Ooh. Gonna get a couple more kills, though. 4 extra kills here for that Oracle. There are a lot of links out as well. Now, the third base, yes, it's delayed, okay? I'm not even gonna lie about that. That third base... Oh, he's gonna take it at in the line formation. Look at that. Innovation here, coming out of herO. Also, losing 2 adepts here. That's also innovation, because you don't see that a whole lot anymore these days. Randomly putting 2 adepts in the middle of the map, hoping that the Zerg doesn't pay attention. Wait, what? I saw a Stargate on the production tab, and now he cancelled it. So yeah, he's not sure what to do either. This build doesn't look good though. It's like he didn't really have the follow-up prepared. He had a plan in the first 4 minutes, and then something went wrong, and now he's floating 1,500 resources at the 5.5 minute mark. That's what we call really freaking bad for him. That is actually really freaking bad for him. That is legitimately not very good. Should cancel that. Yeah, now you're gonna lose the work. I mean, you still had 3 adepts there. Could have helped. Oh, maybe not against these. But he didn't know that. You didn't know that. And now he's gonna lose them anyway. Ay. There go at least 2 adepts, but maybe even 3. Depending a little bit on how well Dark micros that. Yep, there we go. 2 adepts will go down. Oh my god, 2 more adepts. He just keeps feeding them. Feeding the machine is what he's doing over here. And more links are coming in as well. As herO is actually just kind of dying right now. Doesn't have a third base. Dark is just rallying random amounts of links across the map. It's getting burrow. It's gonna burrow a link on the third base location. He's just trolling at this point. This is not something that you can do. It really isn't. As herO is setting up for, I think, an 8-gate attack. Now cancels another building. That was a gateway. Yeah, herO is also just confused as to what he really wants to do. He's gonna hit 7 or 8 or 9 minutes into the game. Nah, it's gonna be like 7.5 minutes is when he's gonna hit. He's gonna hit later than just a regular push with a third base and full saturation. Dark has the supply block coming. Oh my god, what is this? He's building 8 Overlord? It's like, you know what I could really use right now? Double the Overlord. Just double. Double the amount of Overlord. I like that. He's never gonna get supply blocked again for the rest of the game. There's no way this game is gonna last fast. What is it? It's gonna be like 160 supply? Yeah, no way. 168. Boom. No way Dark is gonna hit 168. So he won't need to build another Overlord in this game. He's done. He doesn't need the macro anymore. Even has a macro headshot. Doesn't even need to inject. Dark just makes the game very simple for himself. He says, hey, if I just build all of my Overlords at the start of the game and just add a couple of hatcheries, I don't have to do any of the macro, and I can focus on other things, like dying to an Archon Zealot, because I built 15 Overlords for no reason. And he's focusing on that real good. Zealots are connecting with the Queens, with the Roaches. If herO wins this game, I'll be shocked. Because he never should have been capable of winning this game. He's also not going to be capable of winning this game, despite Dark's 12 Overlords that he built for no reason. I do believe... Ooh, well, actually... I was going to say, I do believe that Dark holds, but it looked fairly close there for a second. Without Burrow, this might have actually... I can't believe Burrow is going to be the thing that saves Dark here. That's so funny and so sad at the same time. I really wanted the herO to win this, to finally punish these Overlord builders. Good lord. Observer's gonna show up right now in case another burrow occurs. But this game is extremely over. And this game also made no sense. And those are the games I like the most. Just kind of nonsense. Does he have no queens left? God, that macro is really coming in handy right now. All the haters sitting there thinking, man, 5 hatches on 50 drones? That doesn't sound very good if you're playing Mass Road. Yet Dark shows us that allows you to lose all of your queens. This guy has 2 brains. That's what he has. Multiple brains. I think a cow has multiple stomachs, no? Like 6 or 7 or 5 or 3. They have multiple stomachs. And the food moves from stomach 1 to stomach 2 to stomach 3. To however many he has. Because the diet of the cow is grass, which is it's really difficult to break down. So you need multiple stomachs. So you'd figure that the cow, rather than creating 6 extra stomachs, would just start eating something else that might not be so difficult to digest and get nutrition from. But the cow, in all of its wisdom, was like, no, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'll just add a couple of stomachs into my already fairly large body. Sounds fair. Good decision there, Mr. Cow. Loving the calls that you're making. Also loving the calls that herO here is making. Pretending that he can still play a macro game. This is good stuff. herO's sitting here on 113 supply, 46 workers. Looking at his opponent, he has 4 bases. 5th hatch in the main. And he looks at it like, yeah. I wonder what would happen if they get 3rd right now. I was like, well, herO, let me tell you what would happen if they take 3rd right now. Either you're gonna die or you're gonna die. The only thing that matters is where you're going to, either on your opponent's side of the map or on your own side of the map. These are good force fields though, hold that thought. Ooh, morphing everything into Ravagers. That is cute, but also kind of weird. Do you really need that many Ravagers? And now these roaches aren't even attacking, so they're just dying. I guess they get their little tank here. This was an insanely good fight here for herO. Holy crap. Oh, picks up the Archons well as well. Oh, is he winning? Is he winning? Dark is floating about 700 minerals and 500 gas. I'm not entirely sure how that is possible, but it is what's happening right now. Force fields coming down. Prism stays alive as these Immortals are dishing out so much freaking damage. I am afraid, though, that herO is running out of steam. His Zealot wall is gone. His force fields have disappeared, and his final Archon is about to eat dirt as well. Prism gets targeted by that one queen that was still alive. And in the nick of time here come the reinforcements for Dark, who will be capable of holding this. And at this point, the game is truly over. It's been over twice, and now it's over 3 times. Almost as many times over as a cow has stomachs. Now, I decided to fact check myself and Google how many stomachs a cow actually does have. And it's just a single one. Although that one stomach does have 4 different compartments. So, and then in the different digestive stages, it moves through the different compartments, and then different things happen with it. I didn't read that long. I read the headline, really. You know, the little excerpt that Google gives you when you Google how many stomachs does a cow have? That's the part that I read as well. So not really 4 stomachs, but still 4 stages, 4 compartments. That's what I said. Oh, you live, you learn. Dark also had multiple stages in his brain, different compartments for his brain. Not many people know this, but Dark has one entire compartment in his brain that's just dedicated to thinking of different proxy hatch builds. It's a very large portion of his brain. Scientists say it's about 40% of his brain size is just dedicated computing power to figuring out how to do different types of proxy hatches. That's why he does it so often. This was a triple hatch before pool with the 2nd hatch on the low ground and the 3rd hatch on the opponent's low ground. So really all hatches on the low ground. Just the 1st hatch in the natural, the 2nd hatch over here on the opponent's natural. Probe Scout saw nothing of interest. 3rd base gets constructed. This is also not really how you're supposed to play. I freaking love watching Dark. Dark is a rule breaker. And I'm not sure if that's because he can't read the rule book because he's illiterate, or because he knows the rules so well that he knows where to break them, you know? This type of stuff. If you show this game to Lambo, Rainer, serO, or Elaser, I think they'll have a legit cardiac arrest. Building an Overlord with a larva in the natural? All your Overlord should be coming from the larva in the main, so that the drones can be built from the natural to minimize the distance that the drones need to travel. Like they'll give you the entire speech, the entire rundown. Dark just looks at them and gives them the finger. He just doesn't care. It sounds like a good story. Oh, you were busy figuring that out. I thought of 5 new proxy hatch builds. That's what he says. 5 new ones. Okay. Just in the time where it took those dumb European Zergs to say that. What is this? He's building freaking 16 links to deal with 2 adepts. And once again, hear the voice of Lambo in my head. You only need 4 links per adept, Harstem. Anything more than that is a waste. It could have been a drone. God, Lambo. Why do you know everything? What if Dark just wants to build 16 links? Because now he has the counterattack ability. Lambo responds with, but there's a wall, Harstem. Okay, that's true, but what if herO doesn't have a unit in the wall? You didn't think of that, did you know? To be fair, there should be a unit in the wall, and I really hope that he's moving back to have a unit in the wall, but he's just gonna... Like, this is the type of stuff that absolutely blows my mind. That Dark consistently gets damage done for no reason. Like, it's really unfair. It's really... If I was a Zerg player, I would hate Dark so much. But because I'm not a Zerg player, I love Dark. Because he shows you can do literally whatever you want with this race. It's just... You know, Zergs are, oh, you need to be efficient. You need to know when to drone and when to build units. Dark doesn't have a playbook. He ate it a while ago. To feed the compartment in his brain that thinks of the proxy hatches. It doesn't take a regular nutrition. It needs paper. And it moves through the different compartments in his brain for it, you know, with a proper digestive state. Just like the cow's stomach. This all happens in Dark's brain. It's crazy to think about. This guy's a machine. What the hell is this? This is Disruptor drop. This is not a build. Well, it is a build. This is a build that... So for the people that don't know, there used to be this player called Zaun. Often pronounced as Jaun or John. I think that's the Korean pronunciation, or at least that's the pronunciation that Tasteless said was Korean. I'm not sure how much we can, you know, trust Tasteless is Korean, but we'll stick with it. And he always used to play this build whenever he was playing against foreigners on West. So the American West server has the worst ping for Europeans. And whenever Zaun would play against Europeans on West, he'd always play this build because it's hard to micro against disruptors. All the Zergs hated him. You're just 2 base all in with 1 Colossus, 2 Disruptor, move across the map. Hit like 15 roaches. Casters, oh my god, this Disruptor micro is insane. Meanwhile, Rainer playing with 250 ping. Punching his screen. God, Zerg players are so dumb. I should just get a lower ping. Get better internet, bro. It's not that hard. This is a nice move as well. Gonna get 2 queens. Oh, wow. Dark forgot to control his units there, almost like he was playing with ping, but this is all being played on the Korean server, of course. Double Stargate follow-up. This is also not something that is popular, common, or even remotely normal. You know what's nice about this series? Is that it's strategies, you know? This is... Yes, the mechanics are very good, but it's also strategies. We're just seeing a lot of strategies here at play. Different types of strategies. Like, this is a strategy game. And sometimes we forget about it when you're watching StarCraft, because you have these guys that just play their standard blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's like watching like reading a chess theory book, you know? The first 38 moves. This is all according to theory. Like I said, Dark ate the book. He needs to feed the proxy hatch compartment of his brain. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Spire here on the way, which is technically a great transition. It's not as great of a transition when your opponent is saving up phoenixes with +1. That's what we call an issue, my friends. Okay? So Dark's gonna fly across the map here at some point. Okay, I wonder what he's gonna do now. So now he needs to make a decision. Okay? He's seen that his opponent has 5 phoenixes. And there's probably more where this came from, right? It's not just gonna be 5. He knows it's double Stargate. And right now Dark is thinking to himself, he's like, okay, I could cancel this Spire and be a little cock. Or I could just build 10 Mutas anyway and lose the game in a very alpha way. I think he's gonna go and lose the game in a very... He could also build Corruptors. Yeah, this is so stupid. He's legit Corruptor rushing. I don't actually know what's gonna happen. This makes no sense. I love it. You have the links in the main base. They somehow managed to sneak by by the zealot that legit had 1 job. It must be really sad being a zealot in the door, because you can never do it right. You know, people expect you to hold out the links. So if you hold out the links, they don't go, oh, good job, Mr. Zealot. But when you let them through, 10 probes die. You know, that's on you, buddy. You killed those. With your bare hands. With your incompetence. Phoenixes dodge the Corruptors, and that means that the Corruptors now have nothing to do with they're going to peel on a building. I think this might be one of the first ever professional Corruptor rushes that I've seen in my entire life. You finished this? I think so. Just take out the Nexus. At the same time, herO is moving out across the map with an army. And now this is the downside of the Corruptor, is that these units cost about 1800 minerals and they don't fight. That could definitely be considered. It was more. How many did he build? He built 13 Corruptors. There's like 3.1, 3.2k resources in units that don't really fight this army though. Although there are a couple of Phoenixes. Corruptors now coming back home. Is Dark actually doing it with the Corruptor rush? Drones and Corruptors, the ultimate composition to deal with anything Protoss related. Now, technically, herO isn't dead yet, except for the fact that he doesn't have a third base. I forgot about that for a second. I was like, wait a second, his word count looks pretty okay. Then I realized that he doesn't have a third. And now these Corruptors are gonna fly to the main base. Oh no. How are you gonna deal with that, Chief? You can't. You can. Super batteries being activated here, but these Phoenixes, at least 2 of them are gonna fall. I think 3 might fall. Nah, super battery a bit too strong. Oh, third does go down. Dark now adds in the mutas. He killed the Phoenixes, and now finally he can go for his muta rush that he wanted to go for initially. This is a ridiculous game. This game has actually just been ridiculous. There's not even roach speed yet. We're watching a guy build slow roaches. Slow roaches and Corruptor. And he goes again for the P. And this just makes no sense. And I love it. Much more exciting if you don't see the HP. You don't know if he's actually going to kill it. But yeah, Corruptors are pretty powerful. So that's the second base they take down. Worker count 146 to 110. And now flies in the real issue here. Okay. 13 Stalkers versus 11 Mutalisks. The Stalkers, yeah, GG gets called instantly. Dark takes game number 3 here on Heartland. And this started with a proxy hatch. Okay. Proxy hatch into a Corruptor rush. You'll love to see it. In our 4th game, we have Dark opening up with an 18 hatch on the 3rd base location, while also floating 60 minerals. So it's a good start already here. Okay, you know, when they said that this finals was goated, I didn't quite realize that it was going to be like this. You know, I was expecting some of the most crisp play in the entire world with a high-level execution, but this is something else. I actually think I appreciate a finals like this much more than just like these macro machines just going at it with like good splits. Like, these games are chaotic, but they're freaking fun. This reminds me a little bit of watching my brother play. My brother is I think a Diamond 1 or a Diamond 2 player. And when I talk with him about the game, it's like it's a foreign object to me. Like, I've been playing StarCraft for a long time. I've been watching a lot of games. But when he talks about it in the theory, it's like, oh, that is very different from what I know. Like, he truly believes that battle cruisers are very strong, for example. Well, I know that they aren't. And his strategy is just sending zealots in bases and causing chaos. Like, actually, that's kind of the strategy at high level as well. But I don't know. This feels like a low-level series because the strategies are so wild. And it's 2 guys that just have their own strats. And when they clash, something beautiful happens. And this is a freaking strategy game, man. This is how it's supposed to be. It's really refreshing also to not quite understand what's going to happen. Or to quite... Like, usually you can see a situation and you can make an easy call as to like, hey, this feels good for Zerg, and if X, Y, and Z happen, then it should be good for Zerg. Zerg is going to, you know, probably be ahead here. But in these games, like, when I saw the Corruptors come out, in my mind, that was a terrible call. Because it's like, well, there's Phoenixes. Like, can you really do this? But then it just worked out so well. It really just did. Now, I'm not sure if that's always going to be the case, but in that game it did. And really, all you need to do in the best of 5, guys, is win 3 single maps. And if you can trick your opponent 3 times in a row, if you can, you know, win in an undeserved way 3 times in a row, you still win the freaking series. And that's all that really matters. Good target fire by herO. Look at the precision. That is real nice. That was really well done. Very solid target fire there. Take out 7 links. Just losing a single adept. Now, this 3rd base might still be in trouble. Dark is not going to be in time. And this Nexus is going to gain HP quick enough, I think, to not end up dying. This adept, however, is not going to gain any HP and thus will end up dying. More links are in production. Dark believes he can do something about this Nexus. I don't believe he can, as the next Oracle is out already. He's going to kill 1 link. force these links away. And now we're going to see a double adept warp in most likely here at the third base. Indeed, we do. More links in production. Dark isn't done yet with this. Dark says, hey, I have more tricks up my sleeve. Or well, more of the same trick up my sleeve. Like Dark is the guy that taps you on your left shoulder and then slaps you on your right cheek. This 5 times in a row. As long as it's working, I mean, that's it. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. Although right now, herO has been, you know, he's been getting tapped on the left shoulder. He's been looking to the right. And he kind of knows what's coming. He sees more links moving across the map. 3 more overlords in production here for Dark. As he supply blocked once again at 58 out of 58. This seems to be his favorite spot to be supply blocked in. I wonder if there's going to be more links or drones from here on out. Because if he's building links at this point, he's all in. It's drones. Okay. It's drones, it's drones. He's not as all in, and now he wishes he built those links because he gets a good surround on one adept. He's gonna get it. Maybe a kill on the second adept as well. Yep, there we go. Oh, Dark wishes that those 9 drones were more links. As this battery is being targeted down, 3 drones will end up falling. 12 more links in production right now. So there's no spore here in the natural. That was a strategical blunder there coming out of Dark as he loses a couple of extra workers due to that. More links in production. I'm not sure if herO is properly appraising this strategy that Dark is playing. Like, does he understand what's kicking off? Does he understand the position he's in right now? Does he understand what Dark needs to do? I'm not sure if herO is aware. Oh, no, he's absolutely not. He wanted to move out here. Now he should know, though. He should sit back and relax a little bit. We have a Baneling Nest. We have a second gas. This is going to be a Ling Bane all-in off of hatchery tech as herO shades onto the map. This was a good trade. Despite it being a bad play, this ends up being a good trade. There's a 4th Oracle out already. And there's plenty of energy on these bad boys as well. And I think this is going to be real good here for herO. herO with so far a good enough defense. Has the double batteries here. Has 3 adepts defensively. Battery in the natural as well. Another gateway coming up. We're gonna see the first Banelings being morphed momentarily. But these oracles, they know something's up. Look at that. We have a cannon on the way right now. The SimCity is... yeah. Well, that's not really how SimCity usually works, but we have some buildings at least. 7 Banelings on the way. Robobay coming in. And herO's not overcommitting to the defense. We still have worker production. We still have tech choices being made here. We have upgrades being researched. Chronos going into forgers rather than into gateways. Okay? It's not like herO is fully committing to the defense, but herO is saying, hey, I think I'm ready to defend whatever you have. And I believe that herO is right. He's moving a bit too far towards the top side. Is he quick enough with the worker pool here? The answer is absolutely not. As Banelings come in, kill 18 workers. And Dark here completely back into the game. This is the damage he needed. Ideally, he needed a bit more, actually. He's gonna go for a carapace upgrade right now. As an Oracle gets targeted down by the Spore plus Queen combination. See you later, Alligator. Colossus being churned out of this robotics facility. And you know what this might turn into? A little bit of a Colossus all-in. This is a very big commitment here to having very many links out. Low eco, and against low eco high link counts, you know what's really good? You know what's really good? The Colossus. That's what's really good. Yeah, you didn't think of that, did you know? A couple of oracles out as well. And the worker count's insanely low right now for herO. herO's all in. herO is all in. Dun, dun, dun. No thermal lens, by the way. So it's really a blink all-in. Yeah, it's interesting. This is a blink all-in. Don't be confused by the Colossus. The Colossus is a supplement, you know? Is when you order the chicken tacos, and then as a supplement you have a little bit of avocado. It's no avocado tacos. No, it's chicken tacos, and it's the same here. This Colossus is the avocado of the army, and it's here to wipe out these links. Just like the avocado in the chicken taco, you know, it might add some good flavor. The brunt of the damage here is coming out of these stalkers, and it's enough. W, but not for you, Dark. That's a W for herO, and the score is all tied up 2-2 here in this goated grand finals of the Korean StarCraft League, number 41. And the final map is Oceanborn. I was talking with Lambo when I was in Atlanta. I think I was in Atlanta. I also was at Lambo in Toronto before Atlanta. And he was telling me that he can't focus when he plays on Oceanborn, because whenever he sees the map name Oceanborn, the song Ocean Man by Ween gets stuck on his head. And he said it's really annoying because it just keeps playing in my head again and again. And he can't focus. And I was laughing. It's like, no, it's really not that funny. Like, it's a serious problem I have. And I felt bad. And I had the same thing. Whenever I saw the map Oceanborn, for whatever reason, I always think of Ocean Man. Ocean Man, take me by the hand, lead me through the land. If you understand. I don't know. It's probably because it's the same syllable. Or the same amount of syllables, right? With born and man. So your brain just goes there. And now, after he mentioned that it's very annoying for him, it has started getting more annoying for me as well. So whenever I'm in the freaking lobby, I'm waiting for the map to start, all I can think of the freaking Ocean Man song. Which is a great tune, by the way. It really is a great tune, but it's not what you want to be hearing in your head before you're playing a match, you know? Phenomenal stuff. I wonder if Dark knows about Ocean Man. Maybe Dark is the Ocean Man. That would be possible. He does take you by the hand. Guides you through the land. And makes you understand. I'm actually sure what the lyrics are, but I bet it's something like that. Adept's gonna piss off right now as Metabolic Boost finishes up. That means this Adept is gonna die. We're like 3 hits away from dying. Yep, there we go. We'll end up falling. This shouldn't finish. Yeah, it really shouldn't. What's the overall link count right now? Could you go hunting? 4 links? Don't think so. 4 links for one Adept, usually not quite enough. So this Oracle is now flying in. It's gonna get 2 worker kills and then run away. If he commits. Oh, he's gonna commit. He's gonna commit, alright. Might even get 3 here. Is a good angle he took. That's a good flying path. Yeah, just gonna go 2 and piss off. Very standard. Very standard move here. Usually you can't actually do that if they get the natural at the natural, but herO can do whatever he wants. This guy's a gangster. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Lots of drones this time for Dark. So different from basically every other game that he's played in his life. He's not building any links yet. Ooh, nice split up there with the Oracle. As a result, gets 3 more kills, forces out 2 spores. Oh, Stasis Ward! This would have worked against any other Zerg. Dark is legit one of the quickest Zergs when it comes to dealing with this type of harassment. I don't think he's so good with pre-positioning queens. And his Overlord spread is also terrible. I mean, he has 2 Overlords floating right now in random locations. And this one is also technically in a bad spot. So out of his 5 Overlords, they should be around the map. 3 of them are kind of in bad spots. And he's bad with the pre-positioning as well. But when it comes to responding to threat, he is insanely fast. His map, like his mini-map awareness is probably one of the best. I think it's probably the best, actually. Like, there are other people that are better at kind of pre-positioning their units and having better vision. But when something flies into his vision, Dark's response time is very, very quick. A low response time. Or a high response time. I don't know what would be the correct term there. If the response time is high, you think that it is a lot of seconds. But high usually is good. Unless it's talking about drugs, then it's not good. Unless that was the goal, then it's fine. See? Always context dependent. This is a Queen Ling Bane attack. I wonder if this is gonna sync up. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Unless he decides to wait for the queens, which he might actually, now that I think about it. But then it could almost sync up. Queens are really slow. Cannon's gonna finish up. Second cannon is done as well. Would love to see a second pylon though. Bad start for Dark. I think everything got scouted. Stasis Ward is good here. Stasis Ward is real good. That's 1, 2 force field, that's 3 force field. All of those are good force fields. Oh, that was just a sick defense. Really nice. I love that. Now the question that I have is, do you want to build a Stasis Ward here, or do you just want to... I don't think you do. He also didn't send his super battery yet. There still has the super battery. Is now going to cover the cannons, which I think is a correct call. Super battery gets activated. Shouldn't split away. I think you actually want to cover the cannons with the battery as a, you know, as a heal on the background. Oracle's being targeted by the queens. +1 has finished up for Dark. Ooh, a bunch of links just kind of idling at home, I think. This is not good. I think Dark is dead. I think Dark is dead right now. herO is straight up just attacking here. Which is... Dark is... Oh my god. So Dark right now, you know what he's saying? Saying, hey, if you attack into me, I can kill you. However, if you stay at home, I'm dead. And we do see that herO decided to attack into his opponent. Gonna lose a lot of Stalkers. Might even lose all of his Stalkers. Oracle's trying to move in position to help out here. A lot of these units have died though. Oracles get activated and will save some of the Stalkers. Big link forward here out of herO. What's the gate count? It's at 6. I think 6 is enough here. I think 6 is a very good amount of gateways. Now these Stalkers are going down. Do you want to walk again with the queens? I think the answer is no. Link will be available in a second from now. These two Stalkers will manage to run towards safety. Layer starts. Macro Hatch on the way, of course. Why not? Carapace as well here coming in. I like Carapace, you know. Second Forge on the way as well. The Fort base starts here for herO at about the same time as the Fort base finishes up for Dark. But herO just a way better eco. 72 workers to 49. I think Dark, once again, is going to bait an all-in. It's really the only thing he can do. Produce pure links of like maybe 56, 57 workers. And then hope that the opponent attacks into you with an army that can't kill your links. That could be a play. Another play is you just go real greedy into like 85 drones. Take a 5th base. Yeah, it's going to take a 5th base and 85 drones. And then pray your opponent doesn't attack for like the next 2.5, 3 minutes. But if you're playing against herO, that is not something I would bet on. Your opponent not attacking for a couple of minutes, let me tell you that much. That is not something I would bet on. Seems like Dark is okay with just going up to 68 workers. Loses 5 drones here somewhere. Wait, what's that? Oh, it's this one Oracle. There was no Spore at this base, was there? Nah, this is pain. You can't afford to lose drones if you're this far behind. You really can't. You just can't. Absolutely no. And this is also really sick because herO is going to be spotting all the production that is happening here. It's going to see what units are popping off. It's a nice spot for this observer. It's never going to get found out here by Dark. I don't think so, at least. Prisms being sent out. So that means that the moment, really just the moment that Dark moves out, this prism is going to go in and it's going to force units home, or it's going to put you in super all-in. This is a sick wall. You can wall this with 4 gates, by the way. Buff, buff. Full wall. Real good. I think this map is unplayable if you don't do that. Unless you're this far ahead, of course. I think if you're this far ahead, every map is playable. If you're playing on Steps of War right now, you'd be fine. More gates being added in. Hey, it's going to be 2-2 upgraded. Stalker, Colossus, Archon. How many gates will he get? Like freaking... I can't do math. 11? Is that correct? I think so. He's gonna have 11 gates. That's a lot of gateways. It really is a lot of gateways. Not gonna lie about that. Dark here, 71 workers. Pure roachling. Has Baneling... No, has no Baneling speed. Baneling speed's on the way. +2 is on the way. If you're scouting lair tech here, by the way, and you're herO, oh boy. Can you smell the victory already, my dear friends? Can you smell the victory? Can you feel the victory tonight? It's like, you can just start +3. 3-3 upgrades. I'd probably get a shield weapons upgrade at this point. +3 attack and shield weapons. If you want to transition into some heavy Archon counts from here on out. That's what I would do. Not sure if it's correct, but it's what I would do. That's just my opinion. Infestation Pit now going down. And the moment you see a hype start is when you start moving on the map. You don't actually fight. You don't actually fight. You just clear some creep, move forward, and you force your opponent to attack into you off creep. That's all you need to do. Although at this point, honestly, I think even on creep, herO would just absolutely destroy. 3 Colossus. Like the Baneling count is going to be like 30, 35. I don't think that's enough. I really don't think so. So this Prism is a serious threat as well. Any point this comes in, that's big business. Because there's 13 gateways. That's a 1 and a 3. It's a lot of gates. What can I say? What can I say? That's a lot of gates. It's more gates than most people have seen in their entire life. It's a good amount of gates. $20 out of 71. Can't believe that nothing is happening right now. I think this is the most calm moment we've had in this entire series. This game in general, despite there being a Ling Bane all in, has been the least chaotic game. The most macro-oriented game. I just don't really see how Dark is going to sneak his way out of here, you know? 40 more Bane. 3-3 is about to finish up. Yeah, this is what you do. You move in forward with your Stalkers, clear creep, see if the Banelings want to connect with a Stalker. And that's a connection that you want, my friend. I think you should probably wait for the creep to disappear a little bit. And probably wait for 3-3 as well. These are big upgrades. Okay, here come the Banes. And the Banes are dealing a lot of damage. They are dealing a lot of it, but it's not enough. It's just not... Yeah, the army is just too big. The army is too big, it's too good. The Ravager Ling Bane cannot really deal with that. Such a well-upgraded army. It's such a gas value as well. It's just really difficult. It's impossible to... You need some type of Vipers. You need Vipers at that point. And Vipers are there. You need Ultra. You need some type of time set. I mean, I think that's a good thing as well about this game. Is that, yes, sometimes Zerg does need to transition out of their hatchery-decked army. Once the opponent is fully maxed out. That is the timing. That is just the timing. And Dark didn't make it. Yeah. He actually should have gone for the 85 workers, like I said. He stopped at 68, should have gone 85. The herO didn't attack him. herO didn't attack him. I mean, you can't know that ahead of time. But Dark went middle of the road, and he got knocked out like someone that's in the middle of the road. Shouldn't be in the middle of the road. There's cars there, you clown. That's going to be it for me today. And that's also going to be it for Dark and herO. This was... I'm not sure if I'd call this series goated. But actually I would. This was a very fun series. Some really cool strategies. The last game was a bit of a snoozer. But all the others, I think I'd recommend. I really would hard recommend people to watch this. Yeah, for sure. Fun series. We'll call it a goated series. A goated grand finals. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. If you have multiple stomachs, be sure to hit the like button as well. And comment. And if you're a cow, then enjoy your grass, you moron. Bye-bye.